Huh? Thank you. Bye. Where is my... Yes. So, all are in? Yes. So, so thinking. So here we are talking, this is the first question we can ask ourselves, that am I most of the time, I am just thinking about the basic things in life, about the basic routine, basic food, basic work. Am I, then second is abstract thinking, that is future planning. And so this is not a very, this is this is something where we need not spend a lot of time, of course, because future planning is something again very, it's a, though we all plan future, but then how much time we spend on thinking about it, that, uh, just a minute. Yes. So this is the first question. Where am I spending my time to think? Am I being, little more creative, little more, am I basically, creative means seeing in within, seeing inward. Am I able to see inward and think? So that's the first question. Then comes the second, part of feelings. Now, feelings, when we say feelings, so what are the, then there are different levels of feelings. First level of, basic level of feeling is likes and dislikes, where we are working only from the perspective of liking something and not liking something. So if we are always engaged in this pattern of liking or not liking things, people, situations, anything, then what will happen? Please share. If we are always engaged in this pattern of, I like this, I don't like this, then what happens? What is the result of this?
Then one can be in the process of judging the dunya, that then life of someone or something or of someone is only white or only black, like someone is only positive or someone is only negative, but that's not the whole or absolute truth. Everyone is gray somewhere somehow.
True, true. So when we get into, when we are into likes and dislikes, when we are operating from likes, I like this, so things should be like this. I like you to, I want you to behave like this, so you should behave like this. So I should behave like this. So when this like and dislikes comes, there comes the expectation and there comes the desire. My child, I like and dislike. So I like that my child should, perform very well in some stage performance or in the class or in academic, but maybe my child is not interested in that particular thing and the child is not able to do that. What happens? I feel bad, I feel anxious, I feel stressed. So this is the first basic level of feelings, where we are engaged in liking or disliking. Yeah. Then next level. So from likes and dislikes, we move to next level of feelings, which are of sympathy, antipathy, and warmth. Which are of sympathy and warmth. Like, I feel for others, I notice others, I try to help people, and I try to do something. And whenever I see something, I start feeling like either, I see somebody. This is related to others. I see somebody and then I start feeling something good or bad. Sympathy, feel like, sympathizing. If somebody needs help, I should help. So that's the second level, where we try to move little ahead of our likes and dislikes, and we get into the sympathy and warm giving feelings. Then after this, the third level of feelings are where I am into reverence, I am into devotion, or in simple words, gratitude. Yeah, where I'm always thanking everything, everyone, and I accept everyone. So that's the third level where I have those kind of feelings, where I revere everything. Revere means I have a gratitude for everything that is happening. I have gratitude for the people around me, for all that I have, and I accept everything. So can you see the intensity of the emotions in all these three levels? In all these three levels, what will be the intensity of emotions? So when in likes and dislikes realm, intensity of emotions will always be like this, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
I wanted this did not happen. We should do this did not happen. Okay. So can you understand like how the intensity of emotions from likes and dislikes to reverence is getting smoother? Anything anyone want to share? So this is very important because feeling part, because human beings operate from feelings. We do think, but we operate from feelings. Okay, most of the times. So we work according to what we feel. So now understanding our feelings is very important. That's where now, as we talked earlier, that knowing oneself. So what to know, how to know oneself? So there are different ways. Like Ramana Maharishi says that you just sit in silence and you will start getting the answers. You will know yourself. Give yourself some time during the day, silent time. When like for half an hour, for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe for 1 hour, people do that. I think Sumi practices silence. I also try to practice silence. So when you sit in silence, you of course, something comes to you. Okay. So now that is one way of knowing yourself. But what are the other ways of knowing? So one is this, that first question that here we focused upon, that is, what am I thinking during the day? Am I engaged in basic thinking? Am I always engaged in abstract planning, thinking about abstract things? Or am I engaged, some part of the day is engaged in creative thinking? Creative means where I'm thinking what my inner self wants, what my natural self wants. What is the voice? What is the need of my natural self? So that is, am I able to think that? Then comes the feeling part, where now here the second question comes, that am I always or most of the times engaged in thinking, feeling from the realm of likes and dislikes? Or there is a part of sympathy and warmth that I feel for others, for people who need my help, for people who cannot do things on their own, or so feeling sympathy for others. And third is reverence, devotion, where I feel gratitude for everything. I revere everything, whatever comes, and I try to do things. So this is the third. So where are you engaged? Yes. Anyone wants to speak anything?
Can I speak?
Yes, yes. Huh.
So like when we say that dislikes, likes, feelings, and these all things, so when we live in the present moment of life, so every day is different, right? So for me, when I see that we feel that there is creativity in us. Everyone is creative, but there are days when that creativity also we have to keep in a side and we have to live in a present moment.
Yes.
So that dislikes, likes, feelings, and all, we have to accept everything, the emotions and
Yes.
everything,
Hmm.
and go on what is there in the present, accepting whatever comes to us on that day, and do that thing first, besides what we want and what we desire to do.
Yes.
I basically feel that for me, no, spirituality and all comes with not I, it comes with we. So when I say I, then it is not spiritual. When I say we, it comes to spirituality, because only when I think something about others or nature or whatever, but there is a community. If nothing also, there is nature with us.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is what it is I wanted to say. Yeah.
No, true, true. See, everything is going. That's what I said. Na, ki we are living in families, we are living in situations, we are living where we have to do a lot of things, and every day will not be same. Yeah.
Exactly.
So there will be something happening that I like, so which will make me happy. There will something happen that will make me, feel bad. So those moments are going to come. But then, how much time I am going to, how much time I am actually remaining engaged after the thing has got over, episode has got over. After that, how much time I am still engaged with that episode.
The thoughts you mean to say.
Okay. So this is where we need to focus. Like if some good or bad episode happens, something bad means something that I didn't like. Simple. Okay. But someone maybe someone likes it. So that's why that happens. Yeah. So but I don't like it. So now how much, once the episode is over, how much time I am still engaged with that? For a week, for 10 days, for a month, people actually remain engaged with the episodes they don't like for years and years. That has happened with us also. We have also taken this journey. So, Hanji. So, how much time are all the moments are going to come, but how much time are we engaged with what kind of feeling? So, feeling is like, as Sumi said, that something good or bad happened, but then for that day, like you take it like, okay, today is this day. Now I have to live with this. I have to now think creatively in this only. Now, what can it is a bad day, accept it. Now, what do I make of it? It is difficult, but then we can try to move towards it. It is definitely difficult. It's not very easy that, okay, it's a bad day. Now let me do something good. That is difficult, but we have to start journey towards it. And I'm sure like we can definitely to some extent achieve it. Okay, within living with all the, within the social structure, within everything, to some extent we can achieve it. The purpose of achieving, the reason of achieving, the need basically of achieving this is to maintain peace. That is the whole purpose, that I should be able to maintain peace within. So all this questioning, to become peaceful, you have to question. Okay. because peace is something that we all are seeking. So to reach to that, we need to question. We need to question our present way of doing things. Third part is of will. So thoughts, feelings, and this is will, the action. Action. So first is to do basic work. Okay. Like, okay, this is planned every day. This is my everyday's routine. At this time I do this, at this time I do this. During the distance, like 9 o'clock I do this, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So that's fixed. Am I doing the basic work? Just doing routine thing. Okay. Second is to be inquisitive. Am I trying to make some improvement, some change, something different? Am I trying to do that? Even in that, let's say I'm cooking. My routine is to cook every day. So am I being little more inquisitive, little more like trying to do something new? Am I doing that? Then the third part is to be open to intuitions. So this is all the third parts of thinking. When we talked about thinking, 1 minute, just a minute. Where is the somebody's waiting in the Preeti, are you here? Hello? Just a minute.
मैम स्टॉप द स्क्रीन शेयर एंड जूम ओपन करके उसमें से होगा.
राइट ओके. मैंने ये बंद कर दिया है. I have closed the
recording.
नहीं रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं, ये एडमिट वो वेटिंग रूम में जो होता है ना दैट कैसे क्लोज कर दिया अभी. व्हाट टू डू? सेटिंग्स में
उसमें एडमिट ऑल का ऑप्शन होगा मैम.
हाँ, इट्स नॉट शोइंग नाउ. इट वाज देयर. एक मिनट. allow participants, enable waiting room. Just a minute.
Pecah tu.
I don't know now. Okay. So अभी हम लोग like we'll just, so these are few questions that we will that we can ask ourselves. Okay, that what is the kind of thinking that I am engaged in? Okay, am I always engaged in thinking of very basic, very lot of confused future? Am I always thinking about that, or am I thinking about today? Creative, that's what we said. So thinking, creative, feeling, gratitude, and doing is when you are just open to what comes and then you get into it. Okay, there is no fear. So fear is another factor that that affects us, affects our journey. So we have to identify, we have to explore, we have to work with our fears also. Okay, what is the fear about? Is it really worth to be, to give that importance to that fear? So there is a way we can explore our fear. And yes, anyone wants to say anything? So, so this was like for these three things: feelings, thoughts, and action. So these are three. Why I'm speaking it again and again, that these are very important three aspects of our life, which affects our life completely. And when I have this question of how do I know myself, then the way of knowing myself is by asking questions. What I'm thinking, what am I feeling, and what am I doing? Okay. So the whole purpose of like knowing and understanding spirituality is basically to know the art of living peacefully. That is just, it's about this is what, for us, for people like us who are living in families, for us the spirituality, according to my understanding, is to know the art of living where we can live peacefully and we can grow. So for that, first we need to confusion is good, but are we always entangled in that confusion? How long, how much time are we giving to being confused, to remain confused? That is the question we have to ask ourselves. Having a confusion will be there. That's a part of life. Okay. Having a problem is a part of life. But how much time are we nurturing the problem, or are we trying to come out of the problem? Are we, by not doing anything, we nurture a problem, we make it big? Okay, so these are the questions we can ask ourselves. Then all the input that we are taking, that's from our sense organs. So the purpose of the sense organs is to take input, is to hear, is to see, is to gather information. But the meaning we make of that information is, that's where the human part is there. That's where our role comes. Sensations means our sense organs will receive information. That is automatic. If somebody is shouting on us, we have to hear. We cannot stop hearing, because that's automatic, that's biological. Okay, but after that, once the person has stopped shouting or fighting with us or arguing with us, what is the meaning we are making out of it? That is where the human potential comes in. Whom are we giving importance? Are we giving importance to confusion, or maybe the person who is not in the senses, or the situation which was not in my control, or something which is not in my control, anything? So am I giving importance to that, or am I giving importance to my inner self, my inner urge to live, my inner urge to live peacefully? If we can make it bigger than the information that we receive from the senses, from the external agencies, then we will be able to live peacefully. We will be able to sort out our problems. in little less time than we mostly do. So the question here, so when we say spirituality, so these are all basically what I have understood in all these years is that it is about living life. We have to live life. We have to live in the family. We have to do all the roles. We have to live as a wife, as a sister, as a mother, as a daughter, as working somewhere, and also relate as a friend. So we had a lot of roles are there. But how are we engaged in those roles? Have I made myself attached to a particular role? So attachment. So here we will come to attachment. So that's another very interesting thing to talk about. So when this is coming from, this I have studied from, I had presented a paper on Bhagavad Gita somewhere. So this is coming from there. So attachment. So basically, it very clearly speaks that attachment is two, three things. Okay. Either it is to people, or it is to things, or it is to titles. Okay. Now people, our husband, our father, mother, son, daughter, all these may be friend. So people. Second is things like car, house, things, ornaments, jewelry, property, or anything. People are attached to their books or anything. So things. And third is the titles. I am good. I am educated. People call me, title is like
Datta ma'am.
doctor. So, so student, it's not very good to take students in the sessions. So, so titles. I'm a very good doctor. I'm a good musician. People know me as a good teacher. Yeah. So titles. So attachment is basically to people, to things, and to titles. Now, the attachment is not bad. It is going to be there because we are living with them. Okay. Attachment is going to be there with the son, with husband, with the friend, with the house I'm living in, the work that I'm doing, the work that giving me identity, with which the people know me. I'm reaching to people. So attachment hoga. But is this the only source of giving me identity? That is where we have to understand. Am I only a daughter? My identity is wife? Is my identity a mother? Is my identity a doctor? So when we attach identity to these things, to my house, to my car, to my ornaments. So when I attach identity to these, that is where we are trapped. Okay. So all these things are going to be there, but are we attaching our existence to these things, to the people, to the things, and to the titles? If yes, then we are trapped in this cycle. If no, then we enjoy this and we grow. Okay. Once we are trapped in any kind of trap, you can never grow. So trap is, we ourselves make our traps, because then this slowly we get comfortable there. So this is all about comfort zone. We get comfortable there and then we start liking that trap. So this is where then we cannot grow there. Then the things cannot change for us there. If we have made this trap for ourselves and we are comfortable there, and also we complain that I am, it's not good, it should be like this, it should be like that. In that case, the things will not change. So All these things are good. But where we have to put a line is that, are we trapped in this? Are we attaching our identity, our existence to this? Or are we enjoying all this and growing ourselves? So this is one more question, that this is related to attachment, because attachment is a we spend a lot of big part of our lives justifying these attachments. Okay, all roles are there that we have to play. We cannot move out of it. We cannot move out of the play role of a wife or a mother, or we cannot move out of it. But is it the only thing on my mind? Okay, am I on my mind? Am I on my mind? Am I thinking about myself? No? Child is on my mind, food is on my mind, the house, the cleaning of this house is on my mind, a lot of things on my mind, the studies of children on my mind, like so a lot of things. Am I on my mind? Am I thinking about myself? Is there any space for myself? Space in the sense, the space where I grow, the space where and generally grow and peace. When I say, it is more about silence. It is more about looking within. So today's session, I am not sure how much answers it will give you, but it will definitely confuse you a bit more. It will give you more of the questions, basically. Okay. So we surely need questions and find our own answers. So when we say oneness, so what is oneness? What does it mean? Oneness. As Sumi said, that I always think in the terms of we. So when she says that when I think in the terms of I am not able to क्या है मतलब आप सुमी आप मतलब when you think in terms of we, you are more creative. Yes, you are
like when we say I, there is no I. There is no I. I means what? Are you? Means there is someone who has given birth. So there is again there is we when we are coming from mother's womb. It's not I. It's we there also. And
yes.
when we die also, there is we. There is not I. There are people standing beside us. There are emotions. There are feelings. Right? When we say that I have built the house, there is no I. There is we. When we say I for anything, when we sit in silence also, when I sit in silence, I say that I sat in silence, but silence doesn't mean that there is I inside. There is lots of things. It's we only. Everywhere it's we. There is a community. There is a space. There is this. Everything is we. When we cannot say I, and never we can say I have done this. I have done that. There is no I, and there is no I. We have done it. Like when we speak in Hindi, when I go to UP, MP, there is हमने किया है. Like there's always hum. So from that thing, I thought see when they speak also, they say हमने किया है, हम ऐसे करते हैं, हम it sounds like we. I'm not taking the part of state, but I felt that there is we inside everyone.
Yes.
Because it's only that we are saying I, but inside us, no, it is that if I am saying that I have built a house, I'm not staying alone. Am I staying alone? There is we inside. Without them, though, you cannot stay. Can you stay alone? No. So it's always like, when I cannot say I have done this, I have done that. Even for my children, I say these are not my children, these are world's children.
Yes, you completely believe it and you live that. So yes, that's what I have learned from her only. She has been a constant companion.
they are my world's, this is my world's children, because they are going everywhere, they are meeting people, they are doing different things, there are people around them. How can I say how can I say they are my children?
Yes,
They are not only my.
they are related to so many, and they are making, touching so many lives. So it's a big V basically. So,
Yeah.
so yes, so one example here I have for this is that, a seed which has any seed which has the potential of becoming a tree can only become a tree if it gets, the proper soil and the water and the sun and everything. The space, even the space, the water, the sun, the everything the seed gets, then only it becomes a tree. So when it becomes a tree, it is no more a seed, it is V, it is big.
Yeah.
It has the element of earth, water, everything, all the 5 elements it has. Yeah. And then it also maintains its own identity at the same time. It is V and it is also maintaining the identity, but it has absorbed everything. The tree has absorbed all the elements. Yeah. And then it is making its own identity. It is existing in, that's what the oneness is. When you are existing, we say that existing oneness. So oneness is where we absorb, and that's default. That's default. We don't choose it. Yeah. So like I am, any person is basically made up of lot of people. What we are today, many people has contributed to it. Yeah. So what am I today is not I. It's a lot of we. It's a big we, backside behind me, who have like today made me this. So it can be good, it can be bad at the same time. But what meaning we make out of it, how do we take it ahead? That's where our potential lies. That's where human potential lies. So yes, so oneness. So the questions that we can ask ourselves, again, I'm coming and again coming to questions, because that is what, question can be similar for all, but answers will be different for all. Yeah, because everybody has a different background, everybody is unique, comes from a different, situation, different families, different basically attitude, different beliefs. So so these are the questions we can ask ourselves. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I doing? Where am I engaged throughout the day? Where am I engaged mentally and emotionally and physically? What is my engagement with the world, with myself? And then also how my presence, how the people around me are impacting my presence, and how my presence is impacting others. That is another important question to live, to reflect, to understand importance. What is importance? Is this leading to my peace, or is this leading to chaos? Chaos, okay, chaos will be there, because before every creation, there is a chaos. Yeah, chaos is a base, is a foundation of creation. But how much time I'm giving, am I nurturing the chaos, or am I trying to create something from the chaos? That's where we need to question ourselves. Am I nurturing my chaos? Am I, making my chaos more complex? Or am I trying to create something out of the chaos? So human lives, of course, there are chaotic situations. That has to be there, because we are sent here to experience. We have to experience. Yeah. But what do we make of that experience? That's where the human potential, that's where the human thinking, that's where our natural flow comes in. And there is one more like this. We will talk about the fears now, and how are my fears impacting my journey. So this is the next thing we will talk about. And this is, I think,